In today's Mental Health Check, we are talking about the power of mentoring for young people who are specifically neurodiverse or have learning differences. I first met our next guest at an event for Landmark College, where my son is a student, Zach. It's a school designed exclusively for people who learn differently. And diagnosed with ADHD as a kid, Jake Sussman was told he would never go to college because of his learning disability. So he created later this mentorship program designed to offer the support he wishes he had as a child. It's called Superpower Mentors. It connects neurodiverse students to a vetted mentor who has not only experienced similar challenges, but shares the same interests. And I should mention, Jake, you got an award at that event we were at as well. Congratulations.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you.
So you don't just study this, you lived it. Tell a little more about what happened to you as a kid.
You know, Kate, it's very personal. I feel like that a lot of people watching will understand this. When I was in 6th grade, I was 4 grade levels behind in reading, forced to read out loud in class, and told to my face that I would never go to college just for having a learning difference.
Oh, wow.
And in school, while that didn't fit, when I would go home, I would build this elaborate model train set when I was in middle school, like modern day Minecraft, right? And that was where my confidence was. So for me, I always wished that I had someone that I can look up to that just understood me.
What does the research from your organization tell us about the power of mentorship?
You know, we actually just got a study that was, it's in press right now, that was conducted by Dr. Caroline Richter from the Stars Lab at University of Alabama in Birmingham and Dr. Famika Hay from UConn. And essentially it was a study that was done by across 10 different spectrums, both with depression, anxiety, and self-esteem and confidence. And what we found was that through the program, all 10 areas, we saw improvement. So
just by having that mentor. And these are mentors that are similar to the kid, right? Somebody who had that same kind of lived experience.
Absolutely.
Is that important too?
You know, relatability, let's talk about that, because when it comes to someone that we're working with, whether it's a therapist or a tutor or a coach, you know, Kate, we need everybody. But at the end of the day, when you think of the support system, there's no one in the equation that's actually supposed to just relate. Right? Someone that can experience the same challenges, but who also have the same interests. So still, despite having support, we still feel misunderstood and alone. So that's something that we're working at solving at Superpower Mentors through our mentorship.
You were telling me the story a couple weeks ago about was it a NASA aerospace engineer who's working with one of your young people, and that kid is being inspired in the same field he's interested in, is that right?
You know, this happens all the time where we have students that have big aspirations, but they don't know how to get there, right? So what we're doing is we take successful young professionals, such as at NASA, or professional music artists, or entrepreneurs who are neurodiverse, that can then work with the younger version of themselves to lift them back up, and that's how they're able to connect.
And show them that it's possible, right? That's the thing.
Absolutely.
We all need mentors in our life. All of us. For parents who might be watching and they want to try to find someone for their child, obviously they could reach out to you guys, but how else can we find those mentors for our kids?
It's such an important question. And I want to not discredit the parent, okay? Because I think the communication tactic is so important for the parent. So that's number one. The second is finding a coach or someone that your kids can look up to in an area of interest. I know that we're entering summer, so even a camp counselor, someone that will be able to be their role model, and also a near peer, which is the last one, someone a little bit older than them. So if we can find someone, a near peer that's a little bit older that they can look up to, like a big bro. Like I'm the oldest in my family, so someone that I can look up to.
For you, it would have been a model train person way back.
It would have been, or a runner or a pianist, and that I didn't have that. So I had my father, who I was very close with. But,
understood. Jake Sussman, it's so great to talk with you again. Thank you so much for being with us. Appreciate you.
My pleasure. So nice to be here.
There is much more news ahead. You are watching NBC News Daily.